สวัสดีครับผู้ชมทุกท่านยินดีต้อนรับเข้าสู่รายการลูดี้ Hello and welcome to the introductory video of the high class consonants as part of the Thai letters course on thailanguageprogram.com. Now, why is this lesson important? It is important because the high class consonant is a little bit different from the middle class and the low class consonants. We already learned that there are the middle class consonants with the green background on the card or sometimes displayed in green within the structure of this lesson or of this course. And then at the very beginning we were introduced to all the classes, so we already know that there is also the high class consonant group with the red background color. And then of course you've already been acquainted with the low-class consonant group with the blue background color. So this introductory video tells you a little bit more about the high-class consonant group. So this is what we're going to look at. Within the structure of the high-class consonants, you're going to be introduced to all the high-class consonants in Thai language. So let's see what is special about these. First of all, by comparing to the other classes, we can see, or we can remember, hopefully, that with the middle class consonants in green here displayed, so the ga, gai, together with any vowel or any syllable in the natural living syllable result in a middle tone. So a middle or a neutral tone. Let's imagine we just take this ga gai, which is displayed on the screen here in green color, and add the long a vowel after it. So you have the syllable ga a, so ga, which is a living natural syllable without any tone marks whatsoever. These are things you can think about later because they haven't been introduced yet, but still neutral or middle tone. Ga. Alright. Now the same thing was true for the low class consonant in blue here. So the kho klai together with the long a vowel as an example only for the natural and living syllable also results in a middle tone. So also for this consonant group we have the natural tone as a neutral or middle tone. Ka, neutral or middle tone. Now, in contrast to this, we have the high class consonants in red. So here we have a high class consonant in red which is pronounced very similar to the low class consonant right above it. So it's a kho kai, a consonant which you will be introduced to at the very first lesson of the high class consonant group, and its natural tone in a living syllable is not neutral or middle, but it's a rising tone. So if you add to this consonant the long a vowel, as we did before with the examples above, you end up with the syllable ka in a rising tone. So this is the big difference in terms of pronunciation between this high class consonant group and the low and middle class consonant group. Alright, now why am I telling you this? Let's go a step further by focusing on the high class consonant. Alright, in the first lesson of the high class consonants you will have to deal with this particular consonant. Alright, and as always the lessons will of course focus on pronunciation and practicing to detect and recognize the consonant within writing, and on the card it will be similarly displayed, actually exactly the same as in the previous lessons. So you have below the actual consonant on the card you have the two writing parts, So first of all, the consonant ka, and the marker word kai, kai. And the marker word itself, as always, represents what you can see on a picture. So kai means egg, and you don't have to be able to read the big part in front of it or what's on top of it. It's just about how the display is done. So this is of course as always, and now what's a little bit different in comparison to the other groups is the pronunciation or the tone of the syllables. So first of all, you say ka, so the standard default that you add to the aspirated K sound of the consonant. As always, whenever there is no vowel added to or written, displayed in a writing, you just use the standard or default vowel. So here you say ka for the consonant itself. And you can see now that this tone is rising as opposed to what we had in the other groups, the middle class group and the low class group, where the actual neutral or natural tone is a middle tone. So you don't say ka, you say ka, and the marker word here is a deep tone. So why is it a deep tone? Because it's a living syllable. Kai would be a living syllable, right? But there is this small stress on top of it. You don't have to be able to read that. Anyway, this tone mark, as it is called, changes this tone to being a deep tone. Now, just for you to understand, if we did not have this tone mark on top of it, you would see something like this that you can see on the right hand side on the screen. And in this particular case, you would pronounce it as ka, kai, so twice a rising tone. Sometimes it helps to actually nod your head a little bit to have it corresponding to the tone you're uttering. So ka, kai, if you like to do that. Alright, but we don't have this type of writing, but we have the tone mark, so you can forget about this. Anyway, this is just to introduce a little bit to you the difference between the high class consonant group in respect to the other groups. And now with this in mind, you're of course prepared to go right into the first lesson where you will be made familiar with this particular consonant called kai. Alright, so I thank you for watching, for sharing, and enjoy the lessons. ขอบคุณฮะที่ใช้รายการของผมรู้ดีครับ เจอกันในบทหน้าครับ สวัสดีครับ